Willy Wonka is crazy. Like, this is a special kind of crazy, and it deserves to be, opened up and looked at. Willy Wonka is seen as this childlike genius, but I believe he's a very dangerous narcissist. He's often presented as whimsical, eccentric, and brilliant, the archetype of a mad genius. But I'm telling you, beneath this candy-coated veneer lies a real dark edge. He controls an entire world of pleasure, temptation, and consequences, all built around his own nutty imagination. Psychologically, this suggests both a childlike wonder, like creative, playful, endlessly inventive, and a controlling narcissist, where everything in his world must bend to his vision. And he kind of casts himself as like the standard trickster, like the archetype of trickster, right? Essentially, like how the trickster god is in the psychological sense. He sets traps, disguises delights, watches to see who falls, and then judges. And his factory tour is less a golden opportunity and more a psychological crucible, a test of morality and self-control. Each child is confronted with their own vice: gluttony, greed, vanity, entitlement. And Wonka provides no guidance, only an amused smirk as they fail. This kind of makes him more of a detached trickster than any type of nurturing mentor. He is not that. And there's a lot of trauma in this chocolate, and depending on which version of the story, there's always a hint that Wonka's obsession with candy is rooted in childhood deprivation. Like, whether this was some super strict parents, some oppressive system, or just loneliness, he built a world where sugar equals love. But because love is rationed through trials, it's not freely given. And this kind of shows some unresolved attachment wounds. He provides joy, but attaches a punishment to that joy, because he himself learned affection was conditional. Right? And there's a sadism in all this sugarcoating. It's real sadism down here. Let's not ignore that. There's a very dark part to this guy, right? He invites children into this world knowing damn well that a lot of them are going to be psychologically scarred after this experience. This is not nonsense. And the Oompa Loompas, their whole nonsense is just rubbing salt in the wounds. They don't just let the kids fail. They sing about your downfall. Wonka isn't just testing them. He's enjoying the spectacle of punishment wrapped in a rhyme. That's sinister on a whole nother level. That's a defense mechanism, right? Humor as cruelty. This is a disguise for covering up his own stuff, because this is abject cruelty to make a song about kids failing in a public fashion. And then he comes off at the end as being this kind of like benevolent tyrant, where Charlie wins because he's humble and kind. But it's worth noting that Wonka essentially hands over an empire to a child because no adult can meet his ridiculous standards. And this reveals like a psychological split from reality. He rejects adulthood altogether. In his nutty world, only childlike humans can inherit power because adults are far too corrupt. And by projecting this disillusionment with humanity is really what he's at, and he puts this on all of his choices. So clearly these are absolutely insane choices, and I don't know what Charlie did with the company, but good luck to you. In short, he hits on a lot of like, really important themes in human storytelling. He hits the archetype of the trickster, the magician. His shadow is this narcissistic satanism and this distrust of adults. Like, we see the candy world is a dangerous world. At the core, he's got some wounds, probably from child deprivation or conditional love. And his defense mechanisms are humor, detachment, and test disguised as gift. He gets to pretend he's like being a good guy when he's doing some foul stuff to people. I mean, and what's up with these Oompa Loompas? Someone really needs to go check with OSHA, because this can't be legal. Where did he get these guys from? Anyway, he creates his kingdom where both children are both guests and kind of sacrifices to his own amusement, and only the pure come out of this would survive. And this just happens to be all based with his childhood in the background. Just that doesn't bother anybody else. But overall, this is one of the most intriguing characters in story writing. Like, all these layers we go on the whole experience of what Willy Wonka represented in storytelling. But a very strange character that I felt like didn't get enough of a harsh eye looking at it. But give me your thoughts in the comment section, and as always, let me know other characters you want to do a deeper dive into.